Many thanks for joining today's edition of Aso Briefing. I am Richard Alechinu Anyebe. Our top stories. President Tinubu honors Mahmoud Yakubu with National Award. FCT Minister Barrister Nyesom Wike flags off rehabilitation of 15-kilometer-old Kado Road. And on business, Finance Minister Wale Edun affirms federal government's commitment to ensuring economic sustainability, says Nigeria's reform agenda signals new era of stability, investor confidence. You are watching Aso Briefing. Don't forget that you can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, and on Free TV, look us up on channel 507. On the UHF band, we are on channel 38. Now we go ahead with details of all our stories. President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday accepted the resignation of Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology Geoffrey Naji following allegations of multiple certificate forgery against him. Naji had been in the eye of a storm which gathered over alleged inconsistencies with his first-degree certificate from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, that he tendered for screening by the National Assembly as a ministerial candidate over 2 years ago. According to a release issued by presidential spokesman Bayo Ononuga, Naji resigned in a letter thanking the president for allowing him to serve Nigeria. However, the minister in the resignation letter said he had been the target of blackmail by political opponents. President Tinubu thanked him for his service and wished him well in his future endeavors. Before Naji threw in the towel, fresh evidence had emerged confirming that the academic credentials with which he secured his appointment in 2023 could not have been genuine. Now, President Bola Tinubu has conferred national honor on President Bola Tinubu has conferred national honor on Professor Mahmoud Yakubu following the expiration of his second term in office as chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). President Tinubu, in a statement announcing his acceptance of Yakubu's departure, said the honor of Commander of the Order of the Niger (CON) bestowed on him was in recognition of his dedicated service to the nation. Yakubu was first appointed in November 2015 as the 14th chairman of the commission for an initial term of 5 years. The appointment, which was renewed in 2020, has now expired due to passage of time. Presidential spokesman Bayo Ononuga, in a statement on Tuesday, said President Tinubu thanked Professor Yakubu for his services to the nation and his efforts to sustain Nigeria's democracy, particularly through the organization of free and fair elections throughout his two-term tenure. Now, similarly, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu has handed over to May Agbamuche as the acting national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Agbamuche is the oldest serving national commissioner in the electoral body. Professor Yakubu announced this on Tuesday at the ongoing meeting with the resident electoral commissioners at the INEC headquarters in Abuja. He solicited the support of the commissioners and directors of the commission for Agbamuche until the appointment of a substantive chairman. Professor Mahmoud Yakubu is leaving office as INEC chairman, having completed his two-term tenure of 10 years. President Tinubu is expected to appoint his successor soon, subject to a Senate confirmation. Yakubu was first appointed the INEC chairman by former President Muhammadu Buhari to oversee the activities of the electoral umpire in November 2015, 6 months after he assumed the office as the president. Now, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has expressed concern over food deficit in the country, declaring that more than 33 million Nigerians suffer from acute hunger. Senator Akpabio stated this in a remark at the resumption of plenary on Tuesday in Abuja after over a 2-month recess. Akpabio maintained that the only way to address the food crisis currently rocking the country is to resort to mechanized farming. Speaking further, the Senate President drew attention to terrorism, banditry, and national grid collapse as some of the challenges facing the people and called for an immediate end to them all.
Over 33 million Nigerians face acute food insecurity. A crisis demanding urgent legislative attention, particularly in areas of agriculture, rural roads, irrigation, and mechanization. This must be introduced. Hunger cannot be defeated with words. Hunger requires policy direction. diligent budgeting, and willpower to defeat it. Our people do not look to us for lamentations. That is not why they voted us. They look to us for action. The banners of terrorism and banditry still threaten the very countrysides of Nigeria. The cost of living weighs upon the families and all tables in the nation like iron chains.
Meanwhile, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, representing Kogi Central, resumed plenary at the National Assembly on Tuesday. Natasha, who rounded off her 6-month suspension, officially resumed her seat in the Senate on Tuesday at exactly 11:42 a.m. She walked into the Senate chambers, made her way to her seat, and after taking it, exchanged pleasantries with a few senators. And the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Eze Munyeson-Wike, has flagged off the rehabilitation of a 15-kilometer-old Kado road from Kado village to Dede, fulfilling a promise made to residents and traders during the commissioning of the Saburi 1 and 2 roads. He said the project awarded to Look Brick Construction Company was part of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment to infrastructure renewal in the FCT. Barrister Wike commended the chairman of AMAC, Honorable Christopher Zakame Kalangu, for his advocacy on behalf of the residents and called for continued support for the administration of President Tinubu.
Who know the importance, who know what you want, those who will always have sleepless nights to worry authorities to see that your needs are provided. And I want you to say, Makalangu is a good representative. And I want you to say, Makalangu is a true chairman, and is a chairman that is worthy. Is a chairman that's worthy to be re-elected, so that if he's re-elected, it makes it easy for you to have continuity and somebody who will still come back to us and say, Mr. Minister, thank you, but again, go and remind Mr. President that my people still want this.
He also urged the contractors to engage local youth and artisans in the construction process to ensure that the community benefits directly from the projects. In her remarks, Minister of State for the FCT, Dr. Maria Mahmood, lauded President Tinubu for prioritizing projects that impact ordinary citizens, describing the rehabilitation of the old Kado Road as a testament to his vision of enhancing connectivity and economic growth across the territory.
What we are witnessing today is a language of leadership translated into action. The rehabilitation of this important road is not just about dignity, safety, or access. It is about making life easier for the people that pass across this road every day. And these roads are not just physical infrastructures. They are the engines of growth and development. And they are also bring opportunities and also enhance the quality of life of our people.
Dr. Mahmood said the road serves as a vital link for thousands of commuters daily, reducing travel time, improving safety, and boosting socio-economic activities. She also praised Wike for his purposeful leadership in driving the FCT's infrastructure renewal agenda. Now, the FCT Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, has appealed to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to extend the continuous voter registration exercise beyond the October 8th deadline. Chairman of IFCT IPAC, Ibrahim Koko Kuje, stated that the appeal follows extensive consultations with political parties and stakeholders. Our correspondent, Abdullah Mukhtar, completes the story.
According to Ibrahim Koko Kuje, the extension is necessary to make up for technical glitches encountered during the August 18 to October 8 schedule for the continuous voter registration exercise and to accommodate more prospective voters in the FCT. The FCT IPAC chairman said that the current deadline may not provide enough time for all eligible voters to register, potentially disenfranchising some citizens.
We had serious challenges, technical challenges in the field during the exercise. We have understanding between the INEC staff and the host communities. But the main challenges is the network, which is technical. And we felt as IPAC, we are shadowed with the responsibility to come and speak on behalf of the general public. So the INEC is the reason why it should be an extension of date.
He said an extension will provide more time for prospective voters to register, potentially increasing voter turnout in future elections. Koko Kuje added that by allowing more eligible voters to register, the extension will contribute to a more inclusive and credible electoral process.
And we are soliciting for a 1 month, at least by end of the October. It's still within the Electoral Act, that is 90 days before the election.
Members of FCT IPAC have already presented the appeal to the FCT Resident Electoral Commissioner, who promised to relay the issue to INEC headquarters. The outcome of IPAC's appeal remains to be seen, but the call for an extension is gaining traction among stakeholders. Abdullahi Mukhtar, Aso Television News.
An annual mental health international conference aimed at raising awareness and promoting action on the protection of young people's mental health in the digital age has been held in Abuja. The chairman, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, Dr. Musa Aliu, Minister of Youth Development, Comrade Ayodele Olawande, and the chairman, FCT Universal Basic Education Board, Professor Abdullahi Mohammed, were represented at the event on the theme, the Reimaging Youth Mental Health in Digital World, Identity, Overload, and Connection. Correspondent Rospero Kokotega tells us more. That report will be brought to you in a subsequent bulletin. Now, when Aso briefing returns, we have more on business and others. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
We were warned about this marriage because we did not listen. A young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajan?
We were just talking about offering Odigija a seat on the council.
May God be praised. He has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
We are watching Aso Briefing. Don't forget that you can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, and on Free TV, look us up on channel 507. On the UHF band, you can find us on channel 38. Now we'll go ahead with the rest of the bulletin. In a continued effort to strengthen security and ensure the safety of lives and property across the Federal Capital Territory, the Commissioner of Police in the FCT, CP Ajawa Dewale, has directed all divisional police officers, DPOs, to immediately intensify patrols and carry out thorough raids on all uncompleted buildings and suspected criminal hideouts within their jurisdiction. The directive, which takes immediate effect, forms part of proactive measures to prevent criminals from using abandoned or ongoing construction sites as hideouts or operational bases. According to a statement issued by the command's spokesperson, SP Josephine Ari, on Tuesday, consequently, property developers have been urged to visit the nearest police divisions and ensure their security personnel, artisans, and laborers sleeping at active construction sites are properly documented and profiled before the end of October 2025. The statement added that CP Ajawo further ordered the DPOs must conduct regular patrols of such locations and arrest any unidentified persons found on site after 6 p.m. SP Ade noted that the police boss reiterated that scavenging activities, popularly known as Babambola, remain strictly prohibited within the FCT, adding that residents are advised to report any scavenger or suspicious persons sighted around their neighborhoods immediately to the police. The federal government has emphasized that efficient customer service is a right, not a privilege for citizens interacting with the Nigerian Immigration Service, NIS. Controller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service, Kemi Nananandap, made this declaration during the 2025 Savicom Customer Service Week in Abuja. Nandap assured that the NIS is committed to reform, modernization, and transparency, aligning with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. The week-long event with the theme Mission Possible, with the NIS sub-theme Meeting and Exceeding Expectations, aims to recommit officers to courtesy, timelines, and citizen-centered service delivery. Nandap highlighted that NIS ongoing reforms, including passport automation, contactless processing, e-gates, and body cameras at airports. The Immigration Board emphasized the importance of professionalism and transparency, citing improved national ratings and awards received by the NIS. Nandap urged NIS personnel to recommit themselves to exceeding public expectations and upholding the service reputation. Barrister Mohammed Anwar Abubakar, Special Assistant to the CGIS on Savicom and Reform Champion, stressed that customer service is a right owed to the people, not a privilege. The 2025 NIS Savicom Customer Service Week features activities nationwide showcasing innovation, best practices, and a service transformation agenda. The Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wali Edun, has reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to bold reforms that are restoring stability, strengthening investor confidence, and laying the foundation for inclusive growth. A press statement by the Director of Information and Public Relations to the Ministry, Mr. Mohammed Manga, disclosed that the minister, speaking at the 31st Nigerian Economic Summit in Abuja, said the country is at a pivotal moment where decisive action will determine its economic future. The minister pointed to significant progress already achieved, including stabilization of the naira, improved foreign exchange management, higher federal allocations, and early signs of easing inflation. The minister stressed that with tax revenues at just 13% of GDP compared to 50 to 60% in peer economics, he acknowledged the urgency of widening the base to fund critical infrastructure and social programs. On social investment, he announced that the direct benefit transfer scheme has already reached over 8 million Nigerians with a target of 15 million households by year end. The minister further underscored President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's commitment to policies that deliver fiscal stability, attract investment, and ensure prosperity is broadly shared. Now, the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, has acknowledged the critical role of multiple indicator cluster survey in effective decision-making for national growth, while commending efforts of all stakeholders, especially the steering committee and the relevant partners for its success. Statistician General of the Federation and Chief Executive Officer of the NBS, Prince Adeniran in Abuja during the flagging off of the Max 7 highlights major objectives to include, among others, human capital development in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Our business correspondent, Ile Eimeje, tells us more.
The Statistician General of the Federation and Chief Executive Officer of the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, Prince Adeyemi Adeniran, in his keynote address at the flagging off of the Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey in Abuja, highlights major objectives of the survey to, among others, informing decision to reducing mortality rate, as well as delivering better results for all Nigerians.
The objectives of this 7th round remain clear and strategic. They reflect our collective resolve to deepen evidence-based policy making and strengthen data systems that inform meaningful development outcomes. Another one is to provide disaggregated data for identifying disparities and promoting social inclusion.
While flagging off the Mix 7, the Statistician General affirmed commitment of the Bureau to timely and accurate data.
It will inform vision on where schools are needed, how to strengthen immunization coverage, how to reduce child and maternal mortality, and how to direct resources to the communities that need them most.
Speaking in an interview with newsmen at the sideline of the event, Prince Adeniran emphasized relevance of the survey to boosting the country's developmental initiatives.
Multiple indicator cluster 7, around 7 of which we are flagging off today. It's a nationally representative survey that is being conducted by National Bureau of Statistics.
Other critical partners present, including representatives of UNICEF, expressed optimism that the survey will deliver positive results while pledging more support.
This will help us to understand the situation of children, but also this will allow the policy makers to make policies and plans so that their situation can be improved.
The Bureau Chief further urged for full support and cooperation of citizens, especially households, for better outcome. Ile Emeje, Aso Television News.
And that does it all on Aso Briefing for today. Many thanks for watching. I am Richard Alechenu Anyebe.